Hi guys, it's Jordy with Infinite Prop Shop, and I'm going to show you how to assemble your mechanism for your Flintlock blaster. Alright, so as you can see, I have M3 screws placed out along with springs in the position that they're going to be assembled. So if you want to go ahead and match my configuration that I've laid out, you can just go ahead and pause the video and get that configuration, and then we'll start. Alright, so what we'll do to start is we will be adding some glue into a certain spot with an M3 screw. So I'm just going to pop the seal with this super glue. Take the lid off. And what we'll do is we're going to add a spring onto one of the locking mechanisms. So as you can see, this is going to be where the M3 screw goes. So we're going to take this spring, grab the smaller M3 screw, insert it into the flat position where it's facing down, and then we're going to put some super glue in here. And this is going to help the screw stay in place so it doesn't slip. You want to make sure that you're threading it properly. There we go. All right. We're going to place this to the side, let that dry, and we'll do the next piece. So the next piece will be this. We're going to add this on top. Take the smaller M3 screw, place it into the recess, and screw down, making sure that we do not cross thread this piece. Tighten it down. You'll have some slight resistance, but keep going. You want to make sure that that screw is coming flush with the pinhole. Seems about right. You want to make sure that you have a certain amount of give. As you can see, it's too tight here. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen it up just a little. And that seems about right. Alrighty. Next, we will assemble the trigger mechanism that goes along with this. So what we're going to take is the small M3 screw, and we're going to take the flat of the spring. We're going to insert that there. We're going to insert it into this hole right here. Take our Allen key, screw it down. Perfect. Next, we will take the longer M3 screw and we'll place it into the recess of the trigger. Loop it into the spring and then place it down behind this post. What we will do next, and you will have some pressure that lifts it off. What we'll do next is take this long M3 screw, insert it into this hole, line it up with the post, pinhole, and then tighten accordingly. Make sure you do not cross thread this. Tighten. Looks good. It's laying correctly. All right, next we will take this front plate, flip it over, and insert it into the key, and make sure that our placement is correct. Should click in like so. We'll flip it on its back, make sure that the pinhole aligns with the screw, and then we will tighten it down accordingly with the Allen key. Next, we will take the long M3 screw, the last one, and we're going to insert this into the spring flat. We will take that and push it through this larger hole and align the key with the pinhole. And then we will rotate it and tighten it down accordingly. Make sure it's flush. So with this, we have successfully assembled the trigger mechanism. Next, we will check it to make sure that it works properly and efficiently. We want to make sure that the screws are not tightened down too much on certain parts. If they are cinched down too much, the trigger mechanism will not work properly. So what we'll take is the trigger mechanism. It's a pin for the trigger. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate that back until we hear a click. And then we'll release the trigger. There it is. It's working. So we'll test it 2 more times just to make sure that we're good. Click it back. Check your springs. Release. It's working properly. We're going to do it 1 more time. Pull back. And release. Our trigger mechanism is properly functioning, so now we will move to assembly. In this next step that I'll be demonstrating, you will be gluing components together. Due to this being a demonstration, I will not be gluing these pieces together on certain components, just for ease of video. So next, what we'll do is we will take the handle and we will add the pommel. In this part, you will take your glue and your stud, place it in, and take your pommel and add glue, and it here likewise. This is one of the pieces that I will not be gluing down for this demonstration, but it will be placed like so, and will match the silhouette of the bottom of the handle. This is incorrect. Make sure that your silhouette of your pommel is actually complementing the silhouette of your actual handle. So I will be removing this piece and setting it to the side for the remainder of the video. And now we will actually assemble the blaster pistol. So what we'll do is we'll take our mechanism and we'll make sure that it is properly placed. Make sure that those are clicked. Check your springs, make sure that they're okay. Place it into the base of your handle. Properly slides in. And now we will assemble the blaster. We will take the next piece, insert it in. Now we will actually do the chamber. And with this, we will be adding the steel rod into this. You want to make sure that you do not push the steel rod all the way through, or your blaster will not engage with the trigger mechanism. So we want to make sure that it's just barely in, and then we will insert our revolver chamber. And this one, it can be a little finicky, so you have to actually align the pins correctly. It might take some time, but you'll get it. Keep sliding down. This part you will glue together, like so. You will not glue this revolving chamber, but this and this together. Next, we will add the sight. This will be glued in, like so. And you can add glue here in all contact points to make sure that this does not rotate. Next, we will add the barrel. And the rings. These are different diameters, so you will need to check and make sure that they're correct. This is the top. As you can see, it does not properly go down all the way. This is because the rings are 2 different diameters. This is the back ring, and this is the front ring. as you can see. You will glue these pieces to the Picatinny rail. Like so. And place on blaster with the rod pinhole. You will glue these pieces together. You want to make sure that your alignment is correct with the barrel before you add this, and after this you can place it on and glue it, but be aware that there is a recess area for your revolving chamber. You want to make sure you glue it together to give it an allowance for that to properly rotate. If not, it'll be too tight and it won't rotate or spin properly. After that, we'll add the trigger guard with the top first in and placing the bottom in second. This will be glued in. Last, we will add the striker pin and the striker plate. So what we'll do is we'll take this pin and make sure that it is facing down when we insert it, like so. We will take the locking pin trigger and place it like so. Next, we will add this with glue and then the striker plate. If assembled correctly, your trigger mechanism will work along with your striking pin. I'll take this out for demonstration purposes because it will go forward. And with that being said, you have successfully assembled your own Flintlock blaster. I advise to make sure that you cut down your guide rod to the proper length, a little bit further back behind your bottom under barrel. You want to make sure that your pieces are glued together properly, and then that is trimmed. Thank you for your purchase, and thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy this product. Thank you.